Every ultimate experience Ireland has to offer is always within reach with a 182 BMW. The ultimate bowl of chowder, seasoned with Atlantic salt air, the ultimate swim spot, even the ultimate scenic shortcut that happily takes way, way longer. Experience the ultimate with a 24-hour test drive from your local BMW retailer, because owning your new BMW is always within reach. Visit bmw182.ie.
Everyone, stop! The show's about to start. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of No Conduct Radio. Tonight, we are asking what disqualifies someone from being relationship material. I want to know from you and from our panel, what would it be a disqualifier from, dating a girl or a guy? Also, we're going to be talking about the world's oldest twin prostitutes. You heard me right. The world's oldest twin prostitutes. And last show we ended with Char trying to force her guy with a broken toe to go travel with her. So we're going to find out if you would make your significant other, if he just broke his toe or something the night before, would you make him or her travel with you the next day? You're also going to hear the premiere of Colors of Hate by Boo D. Mal. And we're going to be taking your relationship questions. So that's all for tonight. Also, I want to talk to you all about the exciting new changes that we have going on with our website. If you go to www.noconduct.com, you can actually be part of the question of the week. So last week's question of the week were, are men or women more promiscuous? So far, it's an overwhelming response from the website that women are more promiscuous. So I guess when you could be anonymous, or how does Char say it, unanimous, then, that comes out. But you can still answer last week's question, which are men and women or women more promiscuous. So you can still answer that question. And this week's question is just basically on what we're talking about on our show. What disqualifies someone from being relationship material? Go to www.noconduct.com and answer that question. You'll also see some of our sponsors on the website, so please check them out. And if you want to be a guest on our show, if you want to talk about anything and you're open-minded and just, you want to join in on the show, you can click on our link right up on top. Be our guest, put your something to the test. I don't know the song.
What?
So I don't know the song. Be our guest, from Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, I don't know that song either. I haven't seen Beauty and the Beast, so it is.
Well, I've actually
heard that. I've heard that song, and they use it in advertisements. I think it's so cute. I wish I knew the next line.
Because it's from Beauty and the Beast, though.
Right.
But I forgot. Y'all were in your 20s when that came out. Y'all were worried about booty and stuff by the time that came out. Y'all were worried about. And then Logic is a dude, so he wasn't watching Beauty and the Beast. So never mind. Never mind. But anyway.
Hold on. What am I?
I said you and Char. No. What I said was you and Char were like in your 20s when that came out, so y'all were worried about getting booty, not worried about watching Disney movies. I said, and then Logic is a dude because he's my age, so he wouldn't watch that movie anyway.
Okay. All right.
That's what I said. Look, I wasn't trying to call you old. Good God.
Said, okay, all right. I'm not worried about the age thing. That doesn't bother me. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so go to our website and you'll see the exciting new changes. Also, with our musical guest tonight, You can find his information on our website. Just go to noconduct.com, click on news, and go to musicians, and you will find Booty de Mal, Colors of Hate. And also, I don't know if y'all have been keeping up, but our YouTube channel is going through some changes. So go ahead and look for No Conduct Radio on YouTube, and you can listen to our past shows there. And we're also going to be adding some new material on there that you won't even hear on this show. You won't hear it on Blog Talk Radio. You'll only hear it on YouTube. So go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, No Conduct Radio, for exclusive new things that's coming in the future. Future, cookie, space. Yeah.
Oh, my
God. So how is everyone... So how's everyone doing today?
Good. Can't complain.
I just want to say this. I want whatever you had for breakfast. Whatever was in your Cheerios, Kai, that's what I want right now.
Dude, the only thing I'm running off of right now is about 4 hours of sleep and just not trying to lose listeners based on the fact that I'm half awake right now. So that's it. Just been a busy day, busy night, trying to get some stuff going, just trying to build my business and trying to take the radio show to new heights, because we are having a lot of listeners, and I do want to thank everyone for tuning in and telling your friends about us. And if you haven't told your friends about us, what are you doing? Tell your friends about us. And, yeah, that's all I'm doing. Just working. BJ knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, I do.
BJ, have you ever gotten to that hysterical level when you just haven't had sleep and you're just, even Logic, have you ever gotten to that hysterical level, you haven't had any sleep, and it's like you just drank a shot of 5-hour energy and you just have all this energy? Or is it just me?
It's just you. It's just you.
Well,
I don't do the 5-hour energy thing now. I don't do that. But, yeah, that's, but I know what you're talking about, though. It can get crazy. Yeah.
What were you saying, Logic?
I said coffee in 5 hours doesn't really affect me when I'm sleepy. I could drink a couple coffee.
No, but I'm not saying you actually took it. What I'm saying is you got to that level of tiredness that now you're just, I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah. I did that, yeah.
I think the last level of tired that I get before I get what I call lucid, exhaustion is when you keep having a feeling like you're falling and you jerk like, you know what I mean? But there's nothing happening.
That's so weird, yeah.
And then once I pass that level, then I get to a point where it's like I'm not sleepy anymore, even though I haven't slept.
Oh, wow.
So it's weird for me.
Wow.
Yeah, you can be so exhausted that you can't sleep. That is very true. You'll be so tired and so sleepy you literally just can't. And it's just horrible.
At all anymore. I know that I absolutely have to get where I'm going, because if I go to sleep, I'm probably not waking up for 10 hours. So,
good God.
10 hours. I wish.
I stayed awake one time for 3 days and like 4 hours. So,
oh my God.
I went to sleep I got home at 8, and then I woke up again at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Good
as long
God.
as I stayed, that was a day and a half. But yeah.
So 13. That was 14 hours I was asleep.
Oh, I thought you meant you went to bed at 8 p.m. and woke up at 10 p.m.
No, I went to sleep. I got home and got in the bed at 8 a.m. around that, and I didn't wake up until 10 o'clock at night.
But only a bachelor can get away with this. Only a bachelor can get away with that, or maybe a single woman with no kids. I mean, think about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you have kids, that's out the window.
No, it's possible. No, it's possible.
That's not going to happen unless she's that exhausted, too. She's going to want something, ask you something, need something, want to do something for you, do something with you. It's almost impossible.
Oh, you're talking about if you have a woman?
Or children. What you
Well, no, I'm not talking about children. But if you have a significant other and they're just if you have a significant other and they're just inconsiderate and they don't understand that you've been sleeping and they want to, then you need to leave that person.
Exactly.
Crazy.
But think about it. It's just natural life. People want, honey, I have a question. Before you know it, you're being interested 1,000 times. And you're like,
no, that's divorce. Get out. Nope.
That doesn't work.
You're messing with my sleep. We're done.
Oh, no. Honey, I have that question better be, what kind of blood do you have? Because you're bleeding to death, and they need to know your blood type. That's the only question you should be.
There's no question, right. There's no question.
Where's your shit?
Carton of orange juice. I can't find it. I'm looking at a carton of orange juice. I can't find it in the refrigerator. Where did you put it? This is dumb stuff.
Yeah, no, we'd be over completely.
That what they have to say for it.
Well, I'm telling you right now, if you come at me and I haven't slept all day and you come at me with stupid questions like that, we're over. I don't care. You'll have that dumb look on your face while I'm kicking you out. It's not happening. Telling you that right now. But, no, the tiredest, I think I told you this, the tiredest I've ever been was I was driving from Louisiana to Texas, and there's this long, I think it's called the Atchafalaya Basin Bridge or something like that. There's this long, long bridge, and I thought I was
the
dead.
one that goes to the swamp.
Yeah. I was driving on that bridge, and it was night, and at one point in time, I convinced myself that I died somewhere back there on the road, and I was like, I think I'm dead, but I think I don't know that I'm dead. Am I dead? And I started, pinching myself, trying to see if I was dead. But I had convinced myself that I had died back there on the road. But my spirit didn't know I was dead. So I was still
That's funny.
So I woke up my ex-husband. He was sleeping in the passenger seat. I woke him up and I said, "Are we dead?" And he was like, "Pull over."
Wow.
So that's the tiredest I've ever been. Yeah, that's the tiredest I've ever been. So, anyways, so let's get to Char's question real quick. Which, Char's question was, I guess she was traveling last week. Or, Char, do you want to tell it? Go ahead.
Actually, Carl, you were correct, though. You were correct, by the way. You're right. It was a week ago. A week ago, last Thursday. I had a very important conference scheduled. My mother, it was a family thing. My mother was running it pretty much, and she does it every year. But Charles knew it was very important. Not only that, but he wanted to be a part of it. And my mother did personally invite him. And, we had plenty of time to plan for it. Long story short, 2 days before this conference, with hotels booked and flights and all that, he broke his toe. My mother says, Char, really, remember when you broke your toe, we lived in Miami, you got on a flight yourself the next day. She said, there are wheelchairs in the airport. He's not really going to miss this, is he? And he was just like this, I won't say a big baby, but I think that everyone has a different level of tolerance for pain or for inconveniences. But like my mother was probably thinking maybe it's just more of an inconvenience. Going to the airport when you have a broken toe. Because if you were in town, you could probably just hop in on your crutch to whatever events you're going to. You know what I mean? It was in one spot. But my question was, is this wrong for me to feel irritated that maybe he couldn't have really, really just made it, opposed to even missing out on the tickets, and the hotel was fine, I'm still there. But I just kind of was like, it's a pinky toe. You didn't break your hip. You didn't break your foot. You broke a pinky toe. And I mean, like I said, I broke my pinky toe when I was on a flight the next day. And I kept shuffling from there. I never even used my crutches for one day. He's still on crutches, by the way, but he's getting better. I'm going to have some compassion. Yeah. I babied him, and I babied him the whole time. I was like his best 48-hour nurse. I wouldn't leave his side. I made sure he had everything, all the comforts for him. You can't even imagine. I was fantastic in that way. But I'm sitting here with this grimace, like, are you really not going? Are you really not going? So, yeah, was I wrong for that? Or would anybody else feel like, come on, it's just a toe, like I felt?
Logic. I mean, not Logic. BJ, what do you think?
I don't think nothing. I'm sorry. Anyway,
okay, Logic.
Nah,
We'll go with you
but no, let him. He could stay home because pinky toe, whatever. He wanted to travel. With a little. I guess he had a cast on his foot, whatever. I don't know. But still, it's a soft cast, whatever. But if you want to be comfortable that way at the house, you left there at the house. It was, your mom probably wanted him to be there because it's like a big thing. But still, I was. You could have stayed home. It wasn't a big a deal that you're making it, Char. I mean, God.
Okay, Logic. What do you think?
I think it just, backs up what I say all the time. It doesn't matter how much a dude does. Once a chick doesn't get what she wants, it's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think it was an issue for him to stay home. And again, everyone has a different pain threshold, so you can't say, "Oh, well, remember when you." That doesn't make a difference. You probably could walk around with your toe sprained and I couldn't. Like, everyone has a different pain threshold, and if he didn't feel like going, he didn't feel like going. But for you to scrunch up your face, I don't agree. What did he have to say?
If this was a test to see how much compassion that you have, you failed miserably because you were giving him the stank face. So, do you think that that's going to make him feel like he can be, vulnerable or whatever around you if it's not convenient for you at the time?
Hell no.
Actually, it was of a sad face opposed to maybe when I said grimace. It's more like a sad face, like when a little child is sort of feeling a
you still had some stank on it. The point is, you had stank on it, whatever it was. And he more than likely, he picked up on it.
And I felt like it was just, I don't know, it was like this, it was a very important event, and he knew that. He was looking forward to it. In fact, at one point he wasn't sure if he can go, and he was going to actually surprise me anyway and get on the plane anyway.
Is it an important event to who?
No, I'm saying it was such an important event. At one point we weren't sure if he'd be able to go because his kids were here, and we thought they were going to be here for a month. So the point is...
Still answer the question.
It was an important event for something that we were doing together that he very much wanted to be a part of, without me going into too much. And it was also a family event. It had a lot of merit as to why he needed to be there. This is not a vacation. This is not just we're going to another.
So you guys are a couple, right? So if he knew, y'all knew the event was both of y'all together, you should have went into represented both of you guys.
I know.
There you go. Without having a poked out face before you left,
exactly that part.
And just go and represent that. Okay.
No, I don't think that's true. I don't agree with that because again, I was extremely compassionate the entire time. The 2 days, the 4 hours, whatever, I was still home. I didn't walk around with an attitude like, get it yourself. You can't walk over and get the soup. No, everything that he needed, I was more than overly tentative to the point where even
but in your mind, you was thinking that way.
There was 2 issues that came up to where the trip was not going to happen to him. The first issue was he didn't know, he thought his kids were going to stay for a whole month. They were coming to visit, and it turns out they did not stay a whole month. So he's like, oh, my gosh, I'm not going to be able to go, Char, but I really want to go. Then his daughter's like, no, Dad, we're going back. And so he's like, Char, I was going to get on a plane and surprise you at the event on that Friday night, the first whatever of the special event it was, and surprise you and still be on that plane. He goes, even though I thought I wasn't going to go. And that was the first thing. Then they left, and then a couple of days later, bam, he breaks his toe. It's like, what keeps stopping you from being here? But it's okay because there's a reason for everything, like they say. I don't know. There's a reason for everything. So, but it was he knew how it was not a casual, let's just go to Atlanta. I just left Atlanta. That was casual. That was a family reunion type thing. This had nothing to do with that. This was something that has been planned months and months before. It was extremely important to our own growth in many ways, and he knew that. And I just, like my mom said, think about it. There are wheelchairs at the airport, so what's really stopping you from getting around?
That's
There's
crazy.
From the time you get into an airport, from the time, Well, other people can do it, but our pain level's different. For him, the
he should
pain
know
was unbearable.
from that to the stepmom wasn't on his side, so it's the women against him. He's a man. He's already realized that the stepmom is not with him, so that's crazy.
What? DJ, is that English?
I said, all about his daughter. He should know that your mom is like complaining why he couldn't get on the plane for the wheelchair like that. So in his mind, he should think that, okay, in the future, the mother-in-law is not on my side. He should see that as I see it already.
That's not true at all. In fact, what you guys don't know is my mother's a healer, so she healed his toe from where she was. She's a healer. His toe, even
hold on. I'll be back Thursday. I'll be back.
Char, what did you just say?
I'll be back next Thursday. See ya.
No, my mother's a healer. My mother's a prophet. She's a healer. I've mentioned this before. She's known worldwide. That's one of the reasons for the prophet herself.
Okay.
You're not hearing. Listen to what I'm saying. So his toe better. Immediately his toe got better.
You know, it's starting to make a little bit more sense why he did.
You're not hearing me, everybody. You're not hearing me, guys. Okay, I am speaking.
Wait, Char, wait. Let me hear. Wait.
Have got on the plane because he even said, "Oh my God, the pain's going away." I knew she did this for me, Char. I knew she did it because my mother does care, and she wanted him to get better, whether it was her conference or not. It didn't make any difference. You know, he wanted to be there, but she's like, so the point is, he admitted it, and he told everybody today, "I'm off crutches because Char's mother, was able to heal me through her prayer, and immediately this man is off crutches. He literally didn't use milk." So he was better.
They had to make marijuana legal. Okay.
Whatever. I don't expect anyone on this panel to be able to reach inside their self to dig deep enough to understand how these things do happen, and there is another world out there, a supernatural world outside of some of our small minds. But I'm telling you exactly what's happening. That's exactly what it is.
Supernatural.
Dude, I don't know. We're in supernatural now. I have no idea. I thought we were talking about healing toes and going on an airplane and stuff.
I was like, yeah. What's it?
Early in our show, our first early shows, a few times. So it's not the first time that I've mentioned that. So yeah, that just is like more reason why.
Okay. Logic. What were you saying now?
You probably forgot.
I said it's making a little bit more sense to me why he didn't want to go.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That is not true. He was very excited to see my mother. He actually loves my mother. In fact,
the kids are staying. Can't do it. No, we're leaving. Damn it.
They have a very good relationship. So just because none of you may not have that situation, I don't know. Well, let me speak for Logic. I can't speak for Kai and for DJ. I don't know. But in this case, mind your business because you don't know what the relationship is. And I'm telling you that it's more than great.
Well, here's Char. Here's a good rule of thumb. In the future, like a dude doesn't want to feel bad or guilty, huh?
Oh, okay. He doesn't want to feel. Okay, go ahead.
Oh my God. I was still in the process of speaking. Of course you didn't hear what I said. I was still saying it. What I was saying was, if a dude is going out of his way to like make you as happy as possible, and then there's something that happens where you're disappointed about something you were looking forward to, that's already going to affect the guy if he's really into you. He's going to be upset about that. If you then, with your attitude and your demeanor, make it obvious that you're feeling some type of way, you're going to make him feel even worse. And that is going to do more damage in the long run than anything, because it will get to a point where a dude feels like you're only happy if he is always giving you what you want and he can never have an off day. And no one can live up to that kind of batting average. You know, nobody's going to be batting 1,000. There's going to be times where he will just straight up maybe not want to do something, or be caught up in business or work or whatever where he can't make that happen that you've been looking forward to. So you have to know when is a time for you to be all in your feelings, as people say, and when there's a time for you to, you know, put your big girl panties on and, you know, soldier on and not make him feel guilty because life happened, you know?
Okay, well, that's actually good advice. If I can add this logic, I wish that I did get everything that I want, which is absolutely not even close to true. So, because if that was the case, then I feel like I should take one for the team, you know, and like let him have it, so to speak. Okay, you win.
Well, that's not what you've been saying. You've been pretty much saying that he's like a wonder guy.
No, but you can be a wonder guy, but that doesn't mean that I'm always going to get everything I want and always have it my way. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, but is he good to me and is he amazing and all these other things? Yes, but really in any realistic relationship, why is there always a yes to everything because you're a woman? That shouldn't be that way anyway. It should go according to whatever the situation is and whatever the risk involved are or whatever the pros and cons are. And so I'm mature enough to not expect it always to be a yes for me. I see a lot of women that assume that it should always be a yes, especially if it's money involved, especially the men that say wealthy or successful or established. They just look, you know, like, okay, you're telling me no, you know, but sometimes it's about that. Sometimes it's not about money at all, and it's about principles of something or just making the right choice is going to be beneficial to both of you. So no, I'm okay with that. I just felt, I guess I couldn't get over it, and you're right. I wish I could have expressed it differently, but I did walk around like I had just lost my best puppy. I was so hurt and irritated at the same time because I just kept thinking, can't you just go? You know, I'm not saying it, but I'm you know, showing that. Yeah. So, yeah, and logic, you know, it could in the long run, he could think about that and say, you know what, why does she, you know, yeah. But the good thing was he wouldn't stop singing my praises about being so supportive of that freaking Pinky. No. Gosh. But it's getting better now, though. But that just sucks. The timing just sucks. But, you know, life happens. Life happens. People have planes scheduled. People have whatever.
And another thing I want to tell you was, with all due respect, keep your mother out your business in your relationship.
For real.
Because it only takes you complaining once or twice about something, and she will then have an idea of, I don't know why she puts up with it.
Yep.
Yeah,
and once you get that ball rolling, whoever she talks to and tells about her daughter and her new relationship will be, she's with some guy that, you know, he's okay, I guess, and blah, blah, blah. And it will throw a shadow over him before he even meets anyone.
Before he even gets a chance to prove himself.
Right, so suffer in silence. You know, keep it to yourself. Don't tell your girlfriends, and definitely don't tell your mom.
Yeah, tell your mom. Yeah, that's true.
Know, but here's the funny thing. I don't speak to anyone. Like, my mother never heard anything negative about him whatsoever. But they know each other because he keeps in touch.
How often have you heard that one, DJ?
No, my mother, no, she does not, because I know how people are, and people will judge you. Parents will judge. They'll start, you know, just saying all kinds of things. And so now,
mom still hate me to the day.
You know what? I've never been that kind of person, but he's the kind of person that if we're having a disagreement, he would, you know, maybe call his mother and say, "Mom, what do you think about this or that?" He hasn't done it. But he's said it a couple of times. Like, why would he call my mother?
If he haven't, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. If he hasn't done it, what makes you think he would do it?
Yeah.
Because he told me, because I know, like, in his past relationships, I know that had happened, you know, when, like, in a
So this grown man sat you down and told you, I'm the kind of guy that will call my mom and ask her what blah, blah. That's what he told you?
No, it's more like, well, even my mother would agree. If you don't believe me, I'm going to call my mother and see what she thinks about this and see that you're wrong about that.
Wow.
For example, and I'm like, no, we're not getting another.
And how old is this guy?
Don't say it.
How old is this guy?
I don't do that. I don't do that in relationships. I don't bring my friends, my mother, my family. No, people always say that I'm very standoffish and I'm very
how old is the guy?
In a lot of ways.
How old is this guy?
Almost 48. So 47 and a half and a quarter.
My God. Okay.
He hasn't done it with me, I said, but, you know, honestly,
that's rare. Hey,
Ron,
you want a 1%er,
no, it's
so
more
1%ers
to thing too.
in that area.
Maybe not.
Okay. You guys are getting this all
more.
wrong. It's not. Hey, mommy's mama's boy. He's nothing like that. He's extremely independent. Has always been.
No, listen. You don't. Hold on. You don't have to feel that you gotta, take up. And nobody's coming in his neck. It's just what you just said. What you just said that he told you. Unless you're lying, that's a very odd for a man that age to conduct himself in that way. That's very strange.
So, right, but see, once again, you're misconstruing the purpose of the mother's call, the call to the mother. It's not the mama's boy call. It's never that, because that's not him whatsoever. It's, let's see what this person thinks that,
I heard what you said. What do you think that I'm
it doesn't matter if that's...
It's more like, let me just get a sounding board to get another opinion on this. Because you don't need another opinion
I'm not confused about that. I'm not confused about that.
Right.
I'm not confused about that.
That's the whole angle.
It's the fact that his tactic, number one, is to call someone else in general to make a point. Number one, what are you doing? You don't have to do that.
Right.
If you're in your 20s, you do that when you're still growing up and figuring things out, but not in your 40s. Two, you definitely don't call mom. You don't do that.
She's on the side with him anyways. But I'm the oddball looking up.
I have a little mother that will tell me that I'm
side with him anyway. That's his friends.
I know that, but that's the whole point of the game, and so that's why nobody wins, and that's why I will not allow it to happen. I shut it down every time, but I shouldn't have to.
Wow.
It's just ridiculous. Wow. But I don't.
Wait a minute. So hold on. You had to shut it down. He's attempted to do it, and you had to shut it down.
Yeah. Well, it's just a threat to. I'm not saying picked up the phone like I'm gonna start dialing, but it's kind of like I wonder if can I call his bluff? Is he really gonna do it this time? When he said, you know what, I'm just gonna. No, the other. No, I know.
What kind of relationship?
No. Just recently, it was all of them. Oh, you're a mother. And if you tell her such and such, she'll agree with me that you were wrong. I'm like my own mother. You I drag my mother into this. Okay.
That's crazy. That don't even seem like it's...
It's just silliness, okay?
Okay.
All right, well, you know what? Do what you want. I have no other...
I'm baffled, yeah.
I don't know what to make of that one.
Yeah, me either.
To me, that practice is extremely extreme and immature, and I would never do it. And I would never encourage in any relationship, let alone a marriage or let alone a very serious commitment or whatever. You don't bring other people into your direct argument or whatever. You work it out on your own, period. You don't do that, especially parents.
And he knows how you feel about this?
Yes. And apparently it's not like it's a general thing every day. It's like in the heat of the moment when you're disagreeing about something or having a debate or argument, that's when it spurs out. It's not like it carries on, on a regular day. Hey, it's only when it's something that seems to be pretty escalated. But yeah, I've already expressed myself more than a few times, and I'm so adamant about don't do that. Don't do that. My mother, your mother, nobody's mama, grandmama's, no, nothing. Your sons, your daughters, whoever, they don't need to be in our business. I don't say anything to my mother negative. Maybe that's why they have a great relationship, because I don't. I know that it'll come back to haunt me. It'll come back to literally to curse me. Because that's what happens. You say anything negative about your relationship to anyone, they use that against you in the future. They always do. They'll never forget what you said. And I mean the other person, your so-called friend, so-called, or even family. They'll act like but they don't. They're waiting for the ball to drop. They're waiting for everything to break apart so they can be like,
I told you.
Oh, yep.
I told you.
They do it every. I don't trust anybody's advice. That's it. If I can't figure it out on my own, then oh well. Even my friends, I've even resorted to. I stopped that little. What is it called? I don't even do that anymore. I've learned over the years. I don't talk to my friends, but
that's
it.
insane. That's I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Char, I don't even know what to say. So I mean, I have some comments from our listeners from our topic way back was about the broken toe. One person said, "Oh my God, the man broke a toe. Maybe he didn't want the hassle of going through the airport and all that on crutches." And many people said that Char was wrong. A couple people said that he should have manned up and gone with her, but overwhelmingly,
manned up.
Manned up. Damn.
Manned up and gone with her.
I hate that phrase, boy. Manned up.
The crutches listener wasn't aware that the airport, maybe they don't travel very often, but the airport provides your wheelchair literally at SkyCap, like from before you even go through the door if you need one. So you would not want
So your course of action is want to shovel dirt on this man's grave with that comment, right? We heard you the first time, Char. You made your point. You are really knocking his dick in the dirt right now. Yeah, there's a wheelchair in the airport. I just don't understand. We got you. We heard you. Yeah.
He didn't want to wear crutches. This was a listener. Just said maybe he didn't want to wear crutches all through the airport. I agree, but you don't have to, listener. If you travel, and if you travel often, you will be aware of this.
She's saying
there
it again.
There are wheelchairs provided.
She's saying it again.
Upon arrival.
She just made that point, and she said, and another thing, the same point that I just made. Let me say it one more time, just in case you didn't. Yeah, we got you.
It's simple. That's why I have to make sure I was clear on the freaking wheelchairs, all right?
What makes you think we're unclear?
The car to the curb. If you can get to the curb, you got a wheelchair waiting. How's that?
Sure. We got it.
Where's the inconvenience?
We got it.
Oh, you got it, Loptic. And look, Kai got it. BJ got it. You got it. I got it.
I'm pretty sure people have it.
No, because of that person would not have made that comment. Maybe you missed it because you didn't include it.
I heard you the last 7 times you said it.
I don't want to. Okay, so listen, if you're there, please be aware that I've mentioned this more than a few times about, there's wheelchairs available, okay?
More than a
few times. If you ever broke a toe on the way to the airport, you know that now.
Oh, my God.
Char is completely insane. It is.
Give it to him. Char.
Listen, this is her happy to have this conversation. Can you imagine how she is when she's irritated?
I know. Oh my God.
No, I was actually a little irritated.
She says she's not like that. She says she's not like that.
I
don't believe that.
Some major bullshit on that one.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm very calm. I'm very calm and very, very, very extremely understanding, extremely loving, extremely patient person.
Understanding. This man broke a toe, and you're like, yeah, he could have just gotten a wheelchair. I don't know what the problem is.
Sky captain.
Tom sat on the phone talking about how much of a pussy he was. What are you talking about?
Man up. Yo. Oh
should have manned up and just got in a wheelchair. I don't see. When you have to take a flight in a wheelchair as a part of your mission statement, I think you can stay home. You can call it a day. Like, okay, I'm not feeling up to this today. Good God.
Y'all heard the woman. Leave her alone.
I would have loved to be a fly on that wall listening to that conversation.
I know, right?
So let me get this straight. He can't get in a wheelchair. That's what you're telling me? Wheelchair's not an option, huh? Punk.
They realized that there was wheelchairs in the airport, at the door. I mean, my God.
We know that we do fly. We do fly. Sorry, we do fly. We do.
I don't think y'all understand. I don't think y'all fly as much as Char. So, listener messaged in directly to you, Char. I heard her. I travel all the time. I know about wheelchairs. Lord, it's not that serious. The man just didn't want to go.
Bam.
So,
there you have it.
I guess they're tired of hearing about the wheelchair.
Is that the same listener that actually made the comment about the crutches, or that's just a fresh new response? That's a new comment? Okay. Great. I'm glad you heard it. Please
Did
let
you
the
answer
other.
any of
it's
those
the same
questions?
listener who said that.
No,
She launched into questions and then just immediately started talking. Didn't even wait for the answer.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. No, it's okay.
No, I did. I interrupted my own answer, your answer that would probably satisfy my answer. But my point is, even if it was the same person, whoever, if that's a new listener comment, then please consult the other person who had an issue with him walking to the airport with crutches on. And that you two coordinate or connect some kind of way. So you understand why that person said that, and that's the only reason why I reiterated that he didn't have to use his crutches. I don't know why that's so hard for anyone to understand. If someone makes a comment about the crutches and I just confirm that you don't have to use them, then what's the problem? That's what I should be saying, not all of you. What's the problem? I just told you we didn't have to use the crutches through the airport. Okay? So if you heard me, great. Tell the person that, too.
Who is she talking to?
A text message.
The listener that
She's arguing with a text message.
You're talking to the listeners?
yes, I am, because I know people listen.
Nobody called
It's
in.
a text message. It's a text message, Char.
Text message, Logic.
You can't argue with a text message.
We just got a text message telling me
You
that
argue
they
with a text message.
use crutches, but apparently that person didn't tell the other person that actually made that comment to me about the
Next
crutches.
question, please. Next question, please.
You know, Char
that
just
note.
became so much more interesting to me. I don't know. I can't even
I know,
understand
right?
why. But she is a very fascinating person.
She's in rare form this time. What's up in that trip?
Oh my God!
Must have been that trip to whatever you went to.
I must admit, I'm captivated.
and that's rare.
Oh my God! Char went on a rampage to somebody who's not even talking to her directly. That's hilarious. Well, listener, she told you. She told you, listener. You gonna take that? Are you gonna take
That's
it?
right. User 712, whatever.
User 712. Oh my God.
Whoever you talk
Oh
about,
my God.
clear.
Okay.
Hear me loud and clear. Over.
Okay. On that note, we're gonna go to commercial, and we're gonna go to the premiere of Colors of Hate from. We have to go to commercial. So we're gonna go to commercial by AITCA, and we're also going to play the premiere of Colors of Hate by Booty Del Mar. Again, you can find information on Colors of Hate, the song, on our website, www.noconduct.com/musicians. We'll be right back. So listen up. Let me tell you a bit about AITCA. AITCA is a free blockchain platform that you can use to issue assets, securely store your data like files, media, your movies, or your audio, perform real estate, medical, automotive, financial, trade industry, marijuana transactions, or start a consumer rewards program. AITCA also has on-chain atomic exchange transactions available. And all of this is available for free on AITCA. AITCA is available for Windows, Linux, and Android. Visit AITCA.net for more information and to download the AITCA app today.
There's a lion in front of me, asking me how I've been. I see the blade hanging in your trunk. I see your hatred eyes, filled with jealousy to my kind. I see your soul through your eyes. Colors of hate that makes a man blind. I see flowers magic in the air. No need to hate your friends. There's something called love at the end of the line. People killing people for free. They don't even taste the blood they bleed. Bleed from your soul and you'll see hope. I see colors of hate that makes a man blind. I see flowers of death on the paths we walk by. I see colors of hate that makes a man blind. I see flowers of death on the paths we walk by.
And that is Colors of Hate by Budi Demal. You can find out more about him on our website, www.noconduct.com/musicians. I really like that song because that's kind of something that we talk about on our show, you know, people who hate for no reason. So when he actually approached me about playing that song on our show, I was all for it. Definitely. So what were we talking about? Char was being Char and trying to fight or argue with one of our listeners. But our main topic, what is a disqualifier for a relationship? So we're going to discuss that. What I'm also doing is if you go to our website, www.noconduct.com, you can be in on our conversation. You can answer that question. What is a disqualifier to you? What would make you not want to date someone? Man or woman, what would make you not want to date someone? Too tall, too short, yellow teeth, bad breath, I don't know, whatever.
If you sleep around, and for instance, you're a whore, there you go. That's disqualified.
If you're a whore and what?
You're a whore, period. Sleep around, loose with yourself. Mm-hmm.
Sleep around, got you.
Got me.
Okay, but what if you didn't know that? Because most of the time you don't know that.
No.
What if you didn't know that's how they were?
You find out.
That's how they were.
That's how they were, but still.
But you don't always know that. I mean, some women, a lot of women present themselves rather differently. You would never guess. They can even come across as somewhat sophisticated or refined or well-mannered, well-educated, well-spoken, and the next thing you know, they just slept with 36 guys in the last 5 years. Like, you don't always, it's not like everyone announces.
Do your homework. Do your homework.
It's every horse with the amber rose. But
how are you going to do your homework on someone? How are you going to know someone slept around? How are you going to do the homework to find that out?
Ask questions. You got to, inquire about stuff. You can't just say, "Oh yeah, take her word for everything." No, Now, do you take your word? Guys tell you, do you take their word for everything they say to you? Oh, it's quiet.
I mean, what do you
what?
But my thing is, how do you do your homework to find that out? Like, are you going to go talk to the person's friends because they're going to be on his side?
No. I'm saying you ask no. And I say homework wise, you ask the girl, or either guy, and it's a question you can ask them, and over and over again, you just ask them. You'll figure it out if you that kind of insight. You know what you're looking for. The red flags and stuff. Yeah.
But look at the time though. That may not all present itself within the first, the beginning stages of your dating or relationship or whatever you want to call it. So that doesn't always reveal itself. Sometimes you find out. Most people don't find out everything. A lot of what they need to know for 90 days anyway about that significant other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So okay. Well, I had a contract in my last relationship, and I literally had do's and don'ts, a contract, and he actually signed it. This is prior to Charles.
What's that going to do? So you have a contract and?
Contract.
Yeah, I had a contract. I knew what I wanted, and I was tired of guys that were like just no good or not doing things that they should be doing right, or that were just abusive or just whatever it was. And I said I refused to go through any of this again. So I had literally a contract. I'm not kidding you guys. It was like, 3 or 4 pages. He signed it willingly.
The soldier of fortune, dude. I'm not even trying to be funny. That's who she's talking about. She's talking about that guy.
Oh, is that guy?
No. After him.
No, she said her last relationship. Isn't that 30-year-old guy?
No.
Oh, the young.
There was a 6 period because I promised to wait 6 months on the radio show, and I did. But then right at the 6-month mark, I met this celebrity. I won't say his name, okay, but he was
You had another guy before this guy?
A celebrity.
A celebrity. Okay.
Before you jump all over me, it lasted 5 weeks, and that's it. But I get presented a contract first. Okay. In fact, he had a radio show also, and that was part of the contract. Was that business was part of it? So literally we had a show that we were creating together. He already had a show. He's already going on.
Hold on.
But it's only lasted 6 weeks. My point is,
don't.
I was able to find out.
Okay. I won't.
Time before I got any further, and that's why I said it when I did.
I was about to
but
get it.
That's not a bad idea.
No,
listen,
don't engage.
Listen, it's like in BJ's case. So think about it. It's not a bad idea. Everything I needed to know was revealed itself in that contract.
And BJ's
no contract. I didn't say no. What?
BJ?
What contract? I don't got no contract.
Do tell BJ. We're listening.
I don't know about no contract. What's going on?
Maybe you should consider one. That's what I'm trying to tell you because it really does protect you. No, it's not. How's that?
Prenuptial and won't get married yet, but not no relationship contract. What is?
Why not? It wasn't like a dating contract. We didn't even get to the point. We didn't even get to the point of intimacy because that was in the contract too.
Okay.
I'm not doing such until I know such and such about you because I'm not going to be had again in any way, shape, or form, and that's why I did it. And I'm glad I did. Because what revealed itself was the man was just crazy in other ways because he was supposed to take a pill. He had a thyroid condition. He was supposed to take a pill. His mother said if he was taking a pill.
So you went to a lawyer and got papers drawn up. That you can.
Yeah, you can get papers notarized and they'll still respect it in any legal manner. So they were notarized.
So you got a contract you wrote up notarized and this guy signed it.
I have no idea what's going on.
Absolutely.
What the hell? Guys in Las Vegas. What this? Must be something out in the air or the water. What?
Honestly, it protected me. I do. I feel like it protected me because if I hadn't done that, these other
things.
Hold on. Talking about.
Okay, hold on. A question just came in, which is a question we should have asked. Thank you, listener. I don't know why I didn't ask this. We want to know what exactly the contract said.
Do we?
I'm not going to do everything because it's NDA for him. So if it's a non-disclosure, why would I tell you everything it said? But I can give you some guidelines, though. I can definitely give you guidelines.
Well, you can be wrong. You can say that
for an NDA, you could tell what's the NDA. You just can't tell, like,
No,
what the NDA says you can't tell, like about his business, how much money he made, his name, stuff.
Right,
but you can
that's what I said.
Tell what the NDA says.
I just said I can't give that personal, but I can give some guidelines. If anyone else wants to do the same, trust me, it's not a bad idea.
Okay.
One of the first things I asked was what that person was looking for as far as an actual, just a friendship. Were you looking for a relationship at some point? Were you looking at, maybe someone for the future? Is it an NSA, no strings attached? Where is your head? Because men initially think about sex. And that's their first thought anyway. So let's get that out the way.
Women too.
And women don't.
Women, I was just saying, women too. Don't start that. Don't start that.
My point is, women have different, not values, but they have different. They look at relationships differently. Women look at relationships
for nurturing.
Great. No, you can go ahead with that one.
Men can fall into a relationship, but women are looking for nurturing in a relationship. Men are looking initially for sex. And if they like you, then it turns into something more. You guys don't even tell me I'm not being honest. Like, this is what you're thinking.
What is your next?
You're not being honest, Char.
We ain't going that way.
Okay, wait, that's fine. Then I also asked him about religious preferences, if there was any foundation there spiritually. We won't get into that because we're religiously into your show. But that's important for me. That was important for me, right? We talked about no children. We talked about business, finances, and financial stability, where our goals were. We talked about education. We talked about food, what we like, what we don't like. We talked about, travel and things of interest, what we like and what we don't like. It was very easy. It was very smooth. He actually said, he said, you know what, this was so well written. He said that I really liked your questions, and it made me have a lot of respect for you. He goes, that's why I signed it, because I respected everything that you put in here. You didn't have to agree with everything.
So you were the one that imposed the NDA?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I did. Absolutely. Yeah. And because it wasn't celebrity, to drool over him because of who he is. But the funny thing is, so he basically chased me anyway. He ended up chasing me for about 5 weeks. And finally, I said, look, I'm not looking, because I just came out of that crazy relationship. You guys knew that 6 months before. And I said, I don't want anything, nothing. But then I thought, you know what? Let's do this. When I came with the contract, that's when I gave him a call back. I said, okay, only on this condition. You sign this. I'm serious. That's what I did. And he, even the possibility of marriage in 1.5 to 2 years, he said absolutely. He said absolutely. But it depends on where we were. Within 6 months, we do every assessment. I took a professional approach, and it wasn't a bad idea. It was a great idea. And God forbid something doesn't work out with, my fiance now, I will do exactly the same thing in the future. eHarmony gives you a 15-page.
All right, Char, give us a second. I do have a listener on the line who wants to make a statement, so let me bring this listener on. Caller ended in 3789. You're on the air.
Hello, how's it going there?
Hi.
Hello.
We're good. What's going on?
Nothing much. I just heard you all talking about what disqualifies someone from being relationship material, and I heard you were talking about like financial stability and stuff like that. I had a story I'd like to tell, if it's not interrupting your program, or if there's another topic that I can start talking about. I just started listening in.
No, you can go ahead. That's our main topic for tonight. Yeah, so what's your story?
All right. Oh, no, you're doing all right. Hey. So I met this girl in RuneScape when I was about 14 years old. I lived in Australia. I'm living in the USA now, but I've still got a bit of an accent, as you can hear. So I used to play RuneScape, right, with this woman here, yeah. I didn't know she was a woman until I started getting SMS messages from her, and this happened like about 10 years ago, right? So we were using bloody fucking, what's it called, MSN Messenger, stuff like that. And I've been in a relationship. I was in a relationship with her, slaying dragons, getting gold and equipping our armor and stuff like that, right? So about 10 years later, we were talking and stuff like that, and there was a lot of stuff that happened around now. lot of drama.
So let me be clear. So you were just in an SMS relationship playing video games and stuff?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Bloody right on there, yeah. So basically, right, I was talking to this girl, and, now she's my wife. All drama aside, I think that what disqualifies someone is if you don't like playing RuneScape.
What?
Okay.
So they don't like playing that particular video game with you, that disqualifies them?
So she didn't have to sign a contract to call. She didn't have to sign a contract of any sort. She just had to be more than willing to pay a lot of money.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Contract. No.
Got it.
Okay, got it. Okay, anyways. Yes, we're all thinking that. Another listener messaged in, what the hell? We're thinking that. I think that was what does my daughter call it? Not hacking. She calls it I don't know the word she used. It's some millennial word that I don't know. She was trying to explain it to me yesterday. I don't know. Either way.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So I have a question for you, Char. The relationship you were talking about earlier, that's a 5-month relationship? That was a 5-month relationship you were talking about?
No, 5 weeks. I just said 5 weeks.
Oh, 5 weeks.
He chased me for 6 months. I wasn't interested because I came out of something that you guys knew that for 6 months. I waited 6 months like the show asked. It was impossibly hard, by the way. It was very hard.
6 months?
To wait.
Okay.
I waited like you guys asked me to. Yes, I did.
5 weeks.
Absolutely.
So that 5 weeks, did you give him the panty draws?
No, absolutely not. It was in the contract. We talked about intimacy.
Did you expect her to say yes?
She would.
No, I would say yes. But
see, I told you. Yeah.
So of course I would say yes if that was the case. I don't have any problem with my sexuality. You know that.
Yeah,
but
we know that.
It was in the contract with a certain amount of time before that would happen because I want to get to know you and see if you live up to these things you said yes to in this contract and certain types of intimacy I was looking for. Okay, and that had to be agreeable too. So no, I did not jump into absolutely anything. In 5 weeks, he was more intrigued with me, probably because I did not, and also because I had so much control and aggressiveness and confidence about what I wanted.
How old is this guy?
In a relationship.
How old is this guy?
I don't think she could say that. Remember.
Really?
She has an NDA that has an NDA. Look, she was in an NDA that has an NDA about the NDA. She can't say that.
He's a well-known, very successful celebrity. Okay, and I can tell you this. As a matter of fact, he's older than me. He's like maybe a year older than me. So something like that. So we're, around the same age. He was even more well-known some years ago, but he's still extremely well-known. And so that was no intimidation factor whatsoever. He still had to go by my rules, and that was it. You don't want to go by my rules.
Because she's Char. Just because you make a lot of money, it don't mean nothing to me. Because I'm Char, right?
No, I'm not Char. If you think you're a celebrity, who do you think I am? You better know who I am. Everybody should feel like they're a star anyway. Everybody. I don't care if you're just a librarian. If somebody tells you, you know who I am, do you know who I am? If they ask you that, well, who are you? Because do you know who I am? So it's like that attitude.
So we need to all walk away tonight feeling like Char.
Right.
Oh,
God.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
Jesus.
Absolutely.
Well, I lose a lot of clients that way.
Well, you guys, what do you think?
They said he's going to be broke.
100 questions.
I lose a lot of clients. Okay.
These websites ask these questions. They give 100 questions a page. 100 pages.
Website? What website?
No.
What website you talking?
Pages. eHarmony gives you 100. It's at least about 100.
So you want a contract going through eHarmony to write a contract? Oh, that's the okay.
I'm a writer by trade. You guys,
I got it.
I wrote it myself. It didn't have anything to do with. I'm just giving an example of how other.
So why you bring up the websites then? So after you went on the website to look at the questions. Because
it is a known successful factor that when you get to know a to know a person better by asking a series of personality questions and traits that match. And me being a professional writer that I am, and extremely creative, is why I came up with my own unique contract, DJ. My contract is unique. I didn't have anything to do with anyone else's, so you don't want to hear that? What? Your fault. My contract was unique. It was not patterned off of anything else. Someone said to me, though, well, gosh, this is better than what they have on the, on the websites out there. This is very thorough. Yes, it is, and it will always remain to be that. In my next relationship, God forbid there's a next one, I'm doing the same thing. All I'm saying is this started with BJ and not the girls who are.
You already got expiration date on this relationship, right?
Template.
No, I don't. I said God forbid. And that means that God, okay, how many marriages end in divorce do you guys know? We've already talked about the statistic. So if something were, and I hope to God not, I'm saying if it did and I find myself back into that sea and pool of loneliness again, where I'd rather be alone sometimes. My point is not dating.
The one you are now, Char, you should have stayed single for like at least 10 years.
Why? Why would you say that when this person is very happy with me, DJ? Why do you have a problem with this person being happy with me?
Did you hear what I said? Though?
Why do you hate love, BJ?
Why do what?
Why do you hate love, BJ?
Oh, my God.
No, because it sounds like you said the relationship you're in, you should stay single for 10 years. I'm like, why would you have a problem with this person being happy with me? What? Is that what you just said? Please correct me, because that does not come out.
BJ, why are you not going the way of logic? Do you hear the dead air over there?
I know. I tried to just like.
Don't encourage him because
Kai wasn't going to the next question. I was trying. She was quiet over there, Kai.
I'm really just sitting back and enjoying.
I wanted to put out a PSA.
I clearly heard him say this. The relationship you're now, you just stay single for 10 years.
To our listeners. So warning, this show may cause you to bash your head into the wall because Char just doesn't stop. So I'm just letting you know, you may want to wear a helmet while listening to No Contact Radio.
And no one is not responsible, so you can't sue us on this.
Oh, yeah, we're not liable for any injury that may cause from Char's continuous talking. We're not liable for that. I'm sorry. Listen to this show at your own risk. Also wanted to say, before we move on to our relationship questions, well, actually, you know what? Before I do that, I didn't say my disqualifier. Y'all already know my disqualifier. If you're short, bad teeth, bad breath, bad English.
That's mine, too. That's mine. Well, not the short thing.
Actually, Kai, and yours, it should be just short. Kai, yours should be just short, Kai. That's all. Yours should be just short.
It's a lot more than that because you could be tall and ugly, tall with, like, crooked teeth, tall with bad breath, tall with...
Get teeth fixed.
I don't know, one eye that looks at your nose or something, tall with a flat ass.
But he's tall,
Yeah, but no, there's so much other things. Tall but can't speak English properly.
Tall and muscular.
Tall but stupid as a doorknob. There's so many things that could disqualify someone. So, tall and obnoxious, I hate that. Tall and a mama's boy. Tall and a pussy.
Out there for you. I just think
that is a very narrow hallway.
I know, that's how I'm saying. I'm thinking like, damn. I was like, who you dating? I'm like, what is this?
It's like that scene off of what was that movie where it was wasn't it DiCaprio and they were bending like the world around them and stuff? What was that movie? Remember when he was in Morocco and he was running through that alleyway and it was getting smaller? That's what it is, trying to make it through her gauntlet of qualifiers.
Oh my God!
Just getting smaller.
He could be tall and too into his looks. He could be tall with little feet. He could be tall with little hands. He could be tall.
Wait a minute, if his feet are small?
Feet are small? What?
Can you imagine you're tall but you have like size 8 feet? Like, ew. What the hell is wrong with your feet?
So they really need to be a size 16.
So a man wearing size 8 in men is a disqualifier for you?
That's pretty damn small feet for you to be over 6
That's
foot.
still bigger than your feet.
Yeah. Oh.
Still. You're size 8.
Do you wear a size 8 in men?
You're missing the reason
Me?
for the
No,
feet
I'm just saying.
being
But
big. No,
a guy, imagine.
Yo.
A guy is 6 foot or more, and he wears a size 8? Really? That's women's feet. That's like having a 5'4" and a size 6. Like, women's feet are supposed to be small, not guys.
5'4", 5'6". Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Okay.
Am I wrong here? I thought I was pretty right.
So Logic missed the memo. I don't know how he did. The larger the feet, probably the larger the member. Okay, and so it's a good way to judge.
That's not true.
Coming with Char, coming with that.
One of the others.
Guys who like pink, guys who like pink and lilac, I can't do.
What? Damn.
The end for men right now.
Guys who don't know how to wear jeans, who's just constantly dressed up, I can't do.
Oh, wait. Rewind.
Wait. Say that again.
Say that one more time.
Say that again.
I said guys who don't know how to relax, like wear jeans or sweats. They're constantly dressed up. I can't do it.
So if a dude is like a mustache Pete, like he always has a toodle, and you can't do that. That's a disqualifier.
I can't do it. No.
No, but Ty, let's ask would you love to sweat? BJ, would you ever wear? I know you probably might wear one pair of jeans. I'm sure they're iron. They're very nicely creased and probably name brand. But okay,
I got 2 pair of jeans. 2 pair of jeans.
Okay. I'm
good.
saying,
God,
sure
that's it.
That's
no, but that's what I'm saying. But my better question is, but would you ever put on a pair of sweats? That's what we want to know.
Yeah, I do that to go to the gym. Duh.
You would? Only when you're going to the gym. Would you just wear a pair of sweats and just say, "Hey, it's just a lazy day. I'm just going to go run some errands"? Would you dare leave the house that way?
No, I never. No.
Let's see what
you're too far high.
What?
Let's see what this caller is. Let's see if it's another spammer.
Oh,
caller ending in 9313. You're on the air.
Hi. Good evening to all of you. I want to give my input on your. How are you?
Hello, listener. Thank you for calling.
I wanted to give my input to your question for tonight. What disqualifies someone from being relationship material? I'm just gonna give just like a very simple answer. The thing is, our mind, we're conditioned to. We have likes and dislikes and interests and passions, and we want to try to find that in another person also. I should say is like we want to complete. I think we feel incomplete, and that's why we want that other person to be in the relationship with us. And another thing I wanted to another aspect is that, like I said, our mind has we have so many choices, and our thoughts we have a monkey mind, and sometimes we can't decide what we want in our life and in our situations.
Excuse me, caller, did you say we have a monkey mind?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay,
because what I'm saying, monkey mind in the sense, like, our thoughts are floating, like, it's going from place to place. That's what I say. That's why I say monkey mind. And we can't decide what is right for us and what is wrong for us. So that's why we test the waters and say, okay, we want this as the criteria, or we want this as that they should have these type of interests.
Well, I have a question for you. Specifically, do you have since you're so in tune with that? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm serious. Since you're so in tune with that, do you have disqualifiers? Like, would you not be with someone who's maybe too short, maybe shorter than you, or would you just accept that if he has the personality that matches yours, regardless of what he looks like, for instance, you would still try him out in relationship, him or her?
Him, yeah. I mean, like I said, you got to give a person like a chance. like I said, if it doesn't work out, then you go to the next person.
What are your
Okay, so
disqualifiers?
you don't have any.
Well, yeah, what are your
So you don't have any specific disqualifiers. Then you would accept a person who matches your personality, regardless of.
Don't walk her through it. Say what your disqualifiers are. What is it?
I mean, like I would say that they should like if they're rude or they're cursing, like attitude. If they don't have a good attitude. The thing is, the word personality, that's a disguise. So we have to show our true selves.
I'm so sorry.
You have to show your true self.
You have to show your true self to the other person, but I understand each of us has our flaws and strengths. But we want to show, if we want someone to like us, we have to show, like I said, if it's a really true relationship, they will accept our flaws.
Yeah, definitely. So your disqualifiers would be more of a bad attitude, well, I guess you don't like to use the word personality, but in all fairness, a bad personality. You wouldn't have any problem with how a person looks?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like the physical, that gets, like, some people are blessed with good looks, some people aren't. So, I mean, I guess I don't know. I would say that God had created that way, or I can't just say that we created it. Okay, wait a minute.
Hold on. Listen, let me say this to you. Okay, so you're telling me with this mentality that you have, you don't notice if someone's ugly or attractive. You don't look at people and are attracted to anything. You just get into a conversation to see or not. No, because she's being very vague here. We're asking what are disqualifiers. You're bringing up physical things. Of course, we all don't want to be with jerks or people who are just, complete assholes. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants that. So the question is then, do you have any criteria, like if he's missing 4 of his front teeth, are you still going to talk to him because he's a nice guy? If he has an eye that's missing, or if he is an amputee, these might be indelicate things to say, but I personally don't want to be with somebody with an amputated leg. So, what are your criteria? What are the things that you look for on a surface level before you even invest time? What things do you see that makes you steer clear, and what things do you see that attracts you to a person to get you to talk to them in the first place?
It's let me think for a second. Yeah, you're right. I mean, looks do matter. I agree with you.
Okay, muscles, bald head, beard. What do you look for?
I mean,
you don't really have a type?
I can't really pinpoint what I want. I mean, I'm not saying that bald guys are not good and guys with hair are good, but that's what I'm saying. You can't really.
Okay.
Caller, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Don't let logic intimidate you. I get what you're saying. Yes, I understand what she's saying. I get it. Looks aren't everything. Looks fade.
What was that?
I'm not necessarily angry with it. It's just I don't, I like people to just be honest. It may sound messed up for you to say, I don't want someone that's fat, or I don't want someone that's like Kai has 7,000 different criteria you have to meet before she'll even talk to you. Apparently, you got to be a black guy who's 6-something with muscles, and you're from Ireland with green eyes. I don't know where that is in the world, but apparently that's what you got to be. So it's like me personally, if you don't have a job and you got nothing but problems, and you're, fat or too skinny, if I could see your spinal column, that's gross to me. I don't even want to talk to you. Personally, I just don't. If I see you constantly on your cell phone taking selfies, that is nails on a chalkboard.
Caller, let me ask you this. You're first introduced to someone, they open their mouth, and it just so happens that they have really bad body odor and bad, the halitosis. That's a choice. Okay, they actually do something to present themselves better. When they go any further and maybe have a chance to get to know you, even though they might seem like they're very nice and have nice
that's a good one. What if they had all of the personality that you said, caller, but they had very bad body odor and breath? Would you still look past that if they were nice people?
Well, see, like I said, I mean, more criteria you have, it's going to limit your choice of who you want to be with. I mean,
but
the thing is, like, yes, you have to have a job. You have to have, you got to have good hygiene. You got to look attractive, dress nicely.
That's what I was looking
I think these are all given that you should know and understand that to present yourself, you have to be yourself.
Yeah, but that's true. But some people don't have that standard. What you just said. There's some women that get so desperate that they'll take a guy who doesn't have a job, who doesn't have any direction or whatever, because they just want someone and they don't want to be lonely. You got guys out there that will be with a girl that is a complete basket case, where she has the intelligence of a stone, but she looks good in the dress, and they just like, I just gotta have her in my life. So it's some people that don't have standards whatsoever, and then in this society we are in now, you have people that get so fake that they try to act like, I just love everybody, and it's whoever, it's just a nice person, and it's nonsense. Everyone has something that they look at and like, oh boy, I'm not going over there. I hope that person doesn't try to talk to me. Everyone has that.
Well, I want to. Wait. Char, I want to thank the caller for being brave enough to call in. I do understand where you were coming from, and we did get that out of you, saying that you do have some sort of a standard, even though it's not as picky as I have. So, but thank you so much for calling in.
You would do well to take a page out of her book, because she does have a point. The more scrutiny that you put.
I do have to say this. I'm going actually off tangent, but you guys need to get on Netflix or maybe Amazon Prime and do a show, the four of you, since you're a great panel, all of you, and you got, like I said, I called before also. I don't know if you remember, but you guys got wonderful chemistry, all four of you. And like I said, you should think about that, maybe do a show on it or maybe do a TED Talk on it or something.
We'll think about it. Thank you for continuing to listen.
All right. Enjoy your evening.
All right,
ironically enough, Netflix just sent me an email. Maybe that's what it was. Oh, I didn't check it. Maybe I should look.
Really? What does it say?
That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We'd love to have you on our show. Oh my God, could you imagine us on Netflix?
Oh my God.
But but Logic, you're saying I need to take a page out of her book, but I have my standards.
Here comes the avalanche of bullshit.
No, hold on. I commend her. She is more open than I am. I'm just not that open. I'm just not.
Listen, we're not saying that you need to be open to everyone, but you are ridiculous with what you are looking for.
I'm serious.
I'm not. Okay, look. It's really
Listen, that guy. Look. That guy is out there. That guy is out there. I've seen videos about him. His name is Bigfoot. So whenever you can find him.
No, hold on. Speaking of that, that's another turnoff. You cannot have too much hair. I don't want any chest hair. I don't want back hair. You do need to have hair on your legs, and you do need to have hair on your arms, and you do need to have facial hair. But I don't want a hairy guy like that. I don't want
hair on your legs, hair on your arms, but nowhere else.
But no hair on your chest.
Except on your head, which apparently you have to have a head full of Jon Snow.
You have to have black thick
hair.
You have to have black thick hair, and if it's straight, it needs to go down to your shoulder. And I don't want a man bun. And if it's curly, I don't mind if you have it out curly and an afro. I don't want braids.
You have to have eyes the color of emeralds. And you have to have the accent.
You don't have to have that. You don't have to have that. But if you have different, different eyes, like if you have like really almond shaped eyes or some beautiful eyes, I don't mind that. But yeah, if you do have blue eyes, then that's a plus. That's completely a plus. If you
almond.
hold on.
You heard what she said. Almond.
Accent from the book. The Alexis Irish. Remember?
Look. I'm just saying. I don't want a Southerner either. I don't like the Southern accent. My ex-husband was Southerner. I gave him a pass for that, and I made a mistake. I don't want a Southerner either. So that side of the world, unless you can change your accent,
there's a whole region that's
not completely out. And I'm not really sure about the California accent
either. An entire
either.
hemisphere of this country is not a possibility.
But I'm wait. Not the California accent and not the the Northwestern accent. I can't stand that accent.
Okay, what
not
about
New York either.
Spanish? What about a Spanish accent?
But it has to be a certain Spanish accent. It can't just be a general.
Accent.
It has to be a certain
Spanish accent. Are you okay with?
What's his name in Desperado? That's the Spanish accent I like.
Mexican.
I do like that.
What about
he doesn't have a Mexican accent? He's from Spain, isn't he?
Yeah, but
I said he didn't have a Mexican accent, did he?
He put on a Mexican way that he was using his accent.
I just saw that movie.
That's not how he normally talks.
I guess that's it.
He's a European. He's from Spain.
Right.
He's not from Mexico. Okay, so you like the Mexican Spanish accent, not Cuban, not Puerto Rican, not Honduran, not Peru.
I don't like Puerto Rican. I don't like Cuban. I don't know what Honduran sounds like.
What about Brazilians?
Yeah, what about, because that is a different language,
but they're not Latino. Brazilians are not Latino, though. They're just South American.
Yes. They are Hispanic.
They are considered Latino.
They're not Hispanic. They speak Portuguese.
Mixture.
I understand what they speak, but their culture is Hispanic.
Well, I don't know what a Brazilian accent sounds like. But look,
oh my God.
Let me get down. Let me hold on. Let me say what I have to say so we can wrap this up, because we'll be here all day talking about what I don't like and what I do like.
Right.
I have my standards.
That's true.
And I have not had a problem getting a dude, so my standards stay.
What?
That's it.
Yo.
And BJ, if you can't wear jeans, then no, you're out. Sorry, that's not happening.
No, he works.
Wait. I'm too short anyway.
Oh! And I hate your shoes too. Anybody that wears those kind of shoes, I don't
like. Ganglers?
What?
What? Ganglers or Doc Martens?
I don't like I would rather a guy to wear a suit with like sneakers or something. I just don't like dress shoes on guys. I don't know why.
Oh my!
You want your man to dress like Ellen?
Italian looking. No,
dress like Ellen. Dress like Ellen.
God.
She said suit with sneakers. What?
So I'm gonna ask the listeners. Do y'all think?
Italian looking.
Hold on. I'm asking the listeners. Listeners, please message in. Is there anybody out there who agrees with me that you are as picky as me, or do y'all think I'm just too picky?
Wait a minute. So if a dude had a 3-piece with a vest, you would rather him wear a pair of Pumas?
I don't like the suit with the vest under it, so that wouldn't happen.
Oh, I love that. What's wrong with that?
Damn. Hold on, no.
I just don't like it. I don't like it. And you can't wear a tie, and you definitely can't wear a bow tie. The night you wear a bow tie, I'm leaving you.
Tie or bow tie?
Tie. No.
I could deal with a tie, but definitely not a bow tie. If you wear a bow tie, it's over. I'm done. I want a divorce, and I want half the house.
Sneakers with a suit. Damn.
I'm just saying. That's just who I am.
we couldn't.
Why'd y'all get all quiet? Why'd everybody get quiet?
We couldn't be.
I'm letting it all sink in.
It gotta marinate. It gotta marinate. Like, damn.
I'm just saying. That's who I am. I mean, maybe I could try and be more like the caller who called in. Maybe I could try and be more open like her and just see the good in people.
I think you should. I really think you should.
I said maybe I could
open at all.
But I see what's I don't know. I see what's outside first. and I just can't.
What?
I just can't. I'm just saying.
Yo.
But anyway, check out Colors of Hate on our website, www.noconduct.com/musicians. Also, go ahead and go to our website to answer this week and last week's questions so we can get your answers on the air. Also, check out www.aitca.com. And next week we'll be back with your relationship questions like, my boyfriend split the bill on our first date. Should I be insulted by that? So
no.
That's the relationship question. Come in next week. We're going to just answer your relationship questions since we didn't get to it today. Thank you for listening. Peace out, everyone.
Everybody have a really, really great week. Thanks to all the listeners that participated and the texters. Have a good one. Peace out.
Hey, Char, I'm going to send you a contract, Char.
Oh, yeah.
Sign here, initial here, and thumbprint here.